Okay, so I've had a lot of coaches asking me lately. First off, if you don't know who I am, I'm Angel Stetsko. I know there's a ton of coaches on the team now, but I've had a lot of coaches asking me lately, what exactly have I been doing? Because I've signed up 10 coaches in the past 5 weeks. And to be completely honest, I was kind of like hesitant about doing a call because I didn't really know what I was doing that was so special, that I was actually making progress. And when I really started thinking about it, I guess I came up with a few things, but I'm just going to throw it out there that, to be completely honest, you're going to hear a lot of the things that you hear from us quite frequently, but it's definitely things that have to be repeated because sometimes it just takes that one time hearing it for it to click. But to first start off, I think that it is important to talk a little bit about my story because what I've been going through lately, I feel, has had a big impact on my business. And I think that's the number one thing that I have to tell you guys first off is that when you have a really, really strong why, no matter what you're going through, you're going to keep on moving your business forward. But you have to have that really strong why. That's why we always tell you guys to have that. So just to give you a little bit of background, I started coaching like 3 years ago-ish. And it was because I was an Army wife and I had no intention of coaching whatsoever, but I ended up doing it. I ended up really loving it. And I started really coaching because my husband told me he was going to be getting out of the military. So I decided that I had to make this work or go back to work. You know, this was a little bit over a year ago, he actually got out of the military, but I started to make a pretty good income before he got out because I snapped out of it. That was a really strong why for me at that time. But lately, and if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, I'm sure that you have seen over the past few months of me posting and sharing about how I've been struggling with a lot of things. And it is because my husband and I are separated now. And it came to the point where I had to really find that really strong why because I am here. I've been the only income actually since August, and we had just separated in December. And so I was struggling a lot. You know, I was struggling emotionally and I was struggling mentally. And just with everything that was going on, I was finding it very hard to get the work that I needed to get done. And I was finding it hard just to get through my day, to be completely honest. And so my business really did fall a lot at the end of last year. But once I really finally made that decision that I was leaving our marriage, first off, I drank for like a week and it was very, very hard. And I had actually gotten an invitation to the New Leader Conference that Kelly and I went to in January. But I had gotten that invitation before we actually decided to split. And my initial thought was, well, I can't go because I can't afford it. Because like I said, I was the only income. But part of it was just that I was in such a huge funk because of everything going on. I have seasonal affective disorder, which is a form of depression. And it was just like everything was just getting thrown at me at once and I couldn't deal. And then my team actually sent me a ring light. So that's why you see a nice light on me right now. They gave me a ring light as a gift. And that support, that show of love for me from my team, honestly, that snapped me out of it. It snapped me back into reality. Like, this is what I meant to do. This is what I love to do. And I can't just not do it anymore because like, for one, I have a ton of people that I'm supporting personally, but to be completely honest, all of those people, including my team, including my customers, those people were supporting me through one of the hardest times I've ever been through. And I'm gonna cry. But really, that's what coaching has done for me. And it has given me the ability to have that support system that I always needed, and have those friendships and that sense of empowerment, and just the feeling like I can do and be more, and that I deserve a great life and I deserve to be happy. And that is what coaching has done for me. And I think, and it, not only that, but it has given me the financial ability to function, like to leave. I am here taking care of both of my kids in our house, paying all of the bills because of coaching. And I have an awesome support system to mention it. You know, like, coaching has done so much for me. And I think that is really the number one reason why my business has been growing so much lately, because I have shared, I mean, for one, that why, that incredible why, that I was like, this is not only what I was meant to do, but I need to take care of my children. I need to take care of myself and my kids and my house and all of the people that I normally have to support. So having that strong, powerful why, that is the number one thing that is going to drive your business forward. Because when you have that why, you're not going to give up. You know, like, there were a bunch of times that I was like, shit, I'm just going to have to go out and get a job because I can't do this. I can't, like, mentally do this right now. And it was because of the support system that I had that I did do it, and I am getting through it, and I am building my business because of that. So first off, you got to have a really strong why. That is the number one thing to building your business. And I think something huge that was happening for me was that I was sharing about all of this. I wasn't saying specifics like, this is A, B, C, this is what I'm going through. Like, I'm sure the majority of you on this call right now had absolutely no idea I was getting divorced. But it's because, you know, it's not the proper time for me to come out with it. Like, I am trying to look on the positive side, and that's what I've been sharing about on Facebook and on social media, about how I have been, and I was struggling so bad. Just to get through the day. And the support that I felt, I was talking about that. I was talking about how I was getting through my days, having that support system, and having, you know, like, coaching, having not only the support system, but like feeling a sense of worth and doing something that I loved every single day, and being home with my kids every single day. I was sharing about how I was struggling so bad, but exercise and coaching and all of these things were getting me through it. And like I said, I wasn't saying anything specific. It was just like, this is what's happening. And I'm not perfect. I'm not, you know, I don't feel freaking awesome all the time. And that is something that people need to know. Like, you're not super positive all the time. You're not happy-go-lucky all the time. If you're going through some shit, share about your shit and talk, but don't just say it in like a negative light. Say it, bring some optimism to it, because what that's going to do for the people that you're speaking to on Facebook is not only inspire them, but it's going to force you to look on the bright side. It's going to force you to actually bring that positivity into your life, because you're going to be sitting there thinking, what do I need to do? What do I need to see and think and feel to feel better? And I've had so many people like messaging me and telling me how I've inspired them to get through whatever they were getting through in their lives. And I mean, like, I did not, yes, I shared about it to inspire other people, but I shared about it because I needed that support too. And that's what I got, but I also inspired a lot of people through the process. And like I said, I was talking about how coaching was the thing that was getting me through it. Like how if I had never started coaching, I would have never been connected to the support system. And because I was sharing, I mean, like, that's when I made this event for this team call, I was like, I don't even know what to say about what I'm going to be talking about, because it's really just about growing your business, but it's about how you can share about growing your business, because you can pretty much work coaching into almost every single post. If you go to my page and you look at my posts, there's almost nothing there's almost no post that I actually don't mention something about coaching, whether it's just something great in my life or something totally mediocre that doesn't even ring like it doesn't make a huge impact. But just the fact that I'm home with my kids, just the fact that I get to work under a fuzzy blanket on my couch because I'm too freaking cold to go in my office or like I don't have to leave the house. It's you can work those little things into your posts, and that's, I think, something that I've gotten very good at. That's breadcrumbing. If you haven't, I feel like we've probably done calls on breadcrumbing before, but it's basically just working little parts of your story into your posts, and you don't have to shout like, this is what I'm doing in every single post, but if you're telling a little bit of your story, you're going to be sharing about that, whether you're realizing it or not, because people do watch you, whether you realize it or not. Even if they're like not liking or commenting on your things, they most likely are watching. And so, I mean, that's like really the second thing is, so the first really huge big tip is make sure you have a very, very, very strong why, because that's what's going to keep you going through the very hard times. And I can say that 150%. Second is just share about everything. Share about everything. I mean, like, seriously, share about everything. Whether you're going through a struggle or whether you're feeling freaking awesome, or if you just finished a workout, share about everything in your life, and relate it back to something about coaching or something about how you have changed as a person because of coaching. Or I mean, like, honestly, if you look at a lot of my posts, I'm not talking about how much money I make. I'm not talking about how I can buy this or that. I'm talking about the support that I've gotten, because that is the number one thing to me from coaching. Like, if I wasn't even making any money, I would still be coaching, just because this has made such a crazy, amazing impact on my life. So share about everything, and make sure that you guys, even when it seems like nobody's listening, like I just said, the last half of last year or the last few months of last year where it was just terrible, I was still sharing as much as I could through everything. And I think because I was staying consistent through that period of time when a lot of people would normally give up, that paid off for me, because you are planting seeds. You're planting seeds in every single post that you make. You're planting seeds in every person that you invite, even if they say no or ignore you or not right now. Once that person finally has something snap for them, you're going to be the one that they go to, because you asked, you were staying consistent, you were sharing all the time. And you have to actually follow up with people. Keep a running list of all of your coach prospects or people that you've talked to about coaching, people that have expressed interest in coaching, people that have not expressed any interest in anything that you do, but you think they'd make an awesome coach, people that are challengers. A lot of my coaches actually are continuing challengers, because they find the same thing that I do. The support from the groups that we have is just amazing, and they don't want to give that up. So they end up coaching at a discount. And a lot of those coaches actually end up coaching for real because they feel such a strong reason why they should be sharing this because of what it has done for them. So, I mean, really, like I said when I first got on this call, I have not been doing anything crazy special. I've just been consistent. I've been sharing. I've been talking about what coaching does for me. And, another really big thing is make sure you guys are getting to events, because I can tell you, I signed up like 2 or 3 coaches while I was at NLC. And it's because I'm like, guys, I'm freaking in LA right now because of coaching. Like, who would not want that? It's like real life. Like, this is what is happening to my life because of this amazing decision that I made. And this amazing decision that has led me to feel great and know that I wanted more out of life, and to be able to reach so many people that I would have never met in my entire life, and not only be inspired by them, but to help support them on their own journeys as well. So make sure that you're not only getting to events, but share about them. Like I said, I've talked about the fact that that I went to LA, that I'm going on the cruise, that I'm going to the Diamond Retreat in Florida, and then Nashville again, and hopefully the Leadership Retreat, wherever that is later in the year. But those things would have never happened to my life if it had not been for coaching. Like, I wouldn't be traveling 4 or 5 different places in a year, because if I hadn't made that decision, then I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be doing that. And I share about that stuff. So I'm like, it's really not a huge, profound aha, like that's what I need to do. It's really the same things that we've been telling you over and over and over again. It's just, you have to keep doing it. I've been in this business for like 3 years, and there's been a lot of times where I'm like, I'm fucking done. I can't do this anymore. And then there's other times where I'm like, this is what I meant to do. And it's those times that you feel like you want to throw in the towel, that you need to reach out to your support system, aka your team, and let your coach know, like, listen, I'm struggling, I need help. I can tell you 100%, like, Julie's gotten a lot of messages from me that are just like me flipping out. And she's had to talk me down a lot. But it's true. Like, just because you're a coach doesn't mean you don't need to be coached at times. You have an amazing support system that you should be reaching out to. And Kelly just mentioned that I am super organized. I'm organized. I am organized. But it's not like a crazy organizational system. Like, I used to be super into Asana, and I would have everybody organized like that. Now I literally have I'll explain a little bit. So I have literally just a notebook that I use, and I use something called Awesome Note on my phone. If you've done the 30-Day Push by Chalene Johnson, I have, let me see if I don't know if you guys can see that. So first off, that's my push goal up top. I have things that I have to do daily. I have day specific. I have house tasks. I have everything in my life that I need to get done on my phone. But I've also found that I can get super overwhelmed by having this gigantic list. It's called Awesome Note. I found that I could get really overwhelmed by having this huge list because it just seems like it's never going down. So I actually started using just a notebook, and I would write a maximum of 10 things that really would help to drive my business forward, that I needed to get that done that day. And those were the things that I had to focus on first. And really, if any of you have not read Eat That Frog, it's kind of similar to the 30-Day Push, but the Eat That Frog talks about how you should get the biggest, scariest, most annoying task that you absolutely hate done first thing in the morning. And that is actually my number one task every single day. It's the first thing that I do, is invite, because I know that that is the most important driving force to my business. I mean, the 3 vitals obviously are, but inviting was the thing that I could push off until the absolute last moment. And there were so many times that it just would not get done. And I also found that I had to start kind of prioritizing my time, because I don't know if you guys know or experience this, but it's very easy to get lost in the coaching bells and whistles of all of these different random tasks that you want to do. But really, are you getting the things done that are actually going to drive your business forward? Or are you just, well, I want to work on my website. Okay, great. What is your website going to really do for you? Is it going to invite people? Because probably not. So get the most important things done first off in your day. And when you have extra time, do those things. Be focusing on this is actually something that I totally forgot about. When Kelly and I were at NLC, they actually talked about how you should be focusing 80% on your business and 20% on helping your team grow. And when I really thought about it, I realized that I was focusing a lot of time not growing my own business. And I started making sure that, I honestly stopped doing a ton of extra things that I used to do, because I felt like tied to, I have to get this done, this done, this done. And then I'm like, wait, Angel, freaking relax. You don't need to get that done. You need to invite. You need to follow up with your people. You need to have conversations. You need to do your actual workout and post about it and be inspirational and show people and share what you're doing and how it's affecting you. And so I really just started focusing in on those things. I started really simplifying a lot of things, and I found that helped me a lot lately too. So simplify and organize your time and figure out what you need to actually get done and focus on those things first. Oh, Kelly mentioned my phone alarm. So I was very bad at getting up early. So I don't know if I can pull it up. I actually started setting an alarm because I knew, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My kids are 1.5 and 3. So they're crazy. And if they're awake, a lot of work is not getting done. So I knew in my head I had to get up earlier to get things done so that I could actually focus my time on my business. Because basically I get to work only when they're sleeping. So it's in the morning before they get up, when they're down napping, and after they go to bed. So a huge goal of mine for this year is to be an elite coach. So I knew that if I had that smacking me in the face in the morning every single day, I would hopefully get up. So I made 3 alarms. I'll read them off to you because I don't know if you can see it. So 5:45 says, an elite coach already sent out invites. 6 a.m. says, no, really, elite. And 6:15 says, get up or don't be elite, make a choice. And so I found that motivated my ass out of bed. And it continues to do that. Like this morning I was laying in bed and I was like, oh, you should just sleep for another hour. And I'm like, no, get up, get up. And I kept looking at my alarm and I'm like, oh, all right, I'm fine. So I got up. All right, so let's go through what you guys were saying here. Oh, thank you guys. They're all so nice. Okay, I don't really see any questions. I don't think. I pretty much answered the organization thing, the alarms. Awesome note. How do I invite? I invite through follow-ups, through events. I'm huge into events. So I will make an event and I will reply to the people that mark yes or maybe, and I'll just start a conversation with them. And I actually make lists on Facebook. So if I add somebody, I'll add them to like February 2016. And that makes it really easy for me to actually, go in and just select people really quickly. So I'm not, because you don't want to invite coaches or anything to your events. Like that's not going to do anything for your business. And it's just going to open it up to their market anyways. So I will make events and I'll invite certain people, especially new people that I've been talking to or that I just added in general, so that it opens up that chance for a conversation. What else are you guys saying? How do you revive conversations that have died? Just say hi. Say hi and ask how they're doing, and check out their Facebook wall and see if anything new has happened in their life, and have a conversation. I think as coaches, we overthink things way, way too much. Really, you just need to talk to people, get to know them, build a relationship. Don't go in thinking when can I invite them to something. Just talk to people, because people can really see when you're being genuine or if you're just trying to sell them something. Let's see here. How do you do an event to invite into coaching with you? I do sneak peek groups. I do them the third Wednesday of every month with my team. They're very interactive, and I really like them because you can post leading up to it. It's really fun for the people doing it, and everybody, your whole team bands together, and you get to all make videos and encourage each other, and all of those people that are prospects actually get to kind of bond during the event too. And I also have been, I'm starting up doing webinars again. So I do a webinar the first Wednesday of the month. But for the invite, I literally just send out invites to, I actually send out the invite for the event, but don't just stop there. Actually message the people that you want to be in there so that they know to reply yes, and they know to actually get on when the event's going to happen, and what it is too, because that's kind of important. How do you avoid the question, isn't Beachbody a pyramid scheme? I literally never get that question. Because I think that just really goes back to me sharing about what it has done for me. I don't think that even crosses most people's minds when they're talking to me about coaching, because they can see how profoundly coaching has had an impact on my life. When I have tried to promote a coaching event, I had zero interest. But yeah, honestly, when you have zero interest, you just need to keep on doing it. Consistency is 150% key. I can tell you, there has been many times while I've been coaching that I had nobody that wanted to do anything. But you just have to keep on trying. That's how you build a business. You keep on trying, keep on going. Does anybody else have any questions? You can unmute yourselves and ask too. How long before the event do you send invites? I make the event to coaching probably the Wednesday or Thursday beforehand. So not a full week. Well, I guess if I did it on Wednesday, but I don't think I do it on Wednesdays. I think it's more like a Thursday, Friday. And then I don't really start inviting to it a lot until the weekend or Monday. Any other questions? Like I said, you guys can unmute yourselves too if you have one. All right, so it doesn't look like anybody else has anything. Oh wait, thanks for sharing that bit about when you first. Oh yeah, seriously, if you're a newer coach, or this is something that you guys really have to remember, is if you stop posting, people are going to forget about you. And when people don't think that you're doing it anymore, they're going to actually think that it doesn't work. Because if you didn't stick to it, obviously it's not working. So why would anybody else want to do it? You know, like, be the coach. You have to be the coach that you would want to coach you. You know, like, you're not going to sign up with somebody who doesn't stay consistent with their own health, or doesn't stay consistent with coaching or posting about anything. You know, like, you want that person that freaking inspires the shit out of you to coach you. So be that person for somebody else, and don't be afraid to share about coaching. Seriously, don't. Like, there's so many people that are like, I don't, you know what, screw that. Like, seriously, what has coaching done for your life? What would you be here? What is this call doing for you? How are you inspired? What happens to you? How do you feel every single day because of coaching? Because if you feel like that, you should be sharing that, because you can give that gift to somebody else. You know, like, coaching, if I would have never started coaching, I would never be where I am today. I really wouldn't. And it's really, really important to remember that for yourselves. I mean, coaching can be amazing for your life. You just have to embrace it, and you have to share that with other people, because, for one, if you're not going to grow your business, and two, you're going to be leaving a lot of people out that could probably really use this in their lives. All right. So, all right, wait. Let's everybody do a smile or something so we can do a post about this, because Tatiana just said that. All right, wait. I should probably figure out how to use my phone. Okay. Ready? I don't know if I can get... Let me just screenshot it. Jesus Christ. Control function 3, is that what it is? Nope. Does anybody know how to do a screenshot on here? Because I forgot. I have a Mac.
Control Shift 4.
Control Shift 4, really? Nope, that's not it.
What does that do? What is it?
It's Control Shift 3.
Control Shift 3.
Control Shift 3? Nope, that's not it either.
Oh.
Maybe it's Command Shift 3.
Command 4, and you can do the select your
Oh wait, it made a noise.
Command Shift 4, he said.
Command Shift 4. Command Shift 3. Okay, no, I think it's Command Shift 3. Hold on. All right. So, all right, now we're good. Let's do a picture. All right. There we go. Yeah. How many coaches does it take to figure out how to do a screenshot on a call? All right. So I hope this call was good for you guys. And if you have any questions, definitely feel free to send me a friend request and message me. All right.
Wait, in your posts, say what this has done for you.
Me?
No, everybody. Like, when you guys post this, say what it's done for you. Share your story.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. So everybody have a good night.
Thank you.